Hello everyone, welcome to Biology with Medmelo. And now we're going to discuss question number 3 of parasitology, that is origin of parasitism and classification of parasites. So parasitism, as we know, it's one of the interaction between species that give the rise to this whole new study, that is parasitology, and in which there is a interaction between it is an interaction between parasites and the host. That is the other organism on which this organism is feeding on. Okay. In this kind of interaction, the parasite is benefited while the host is harmed after a clause long association between them. Also, these parasites are much smaller than those of their host, and that is why they are able to infect or harm this host. They have very high degree of specialization, specialized bodies being there so that they can stick to their host to harm them, and that is why they can reproduce quickly. So this was a short brief about the parasitism. Now the classification of parasites. In parasites, almost 6 to 7% of plant kingdom and animal kingdom are parasites. So they are classified according to the peculiarities of life cycle, that is their life cycle, how the life cycle is different, then their localization after infection or after penetrating into the host, where they live in the host, duration of contact with the host, and medical importance. The main things are peculiarities of life cycle and localization over here, so we are going to discuss this. According to the peculiarities of life cycle, they are divided to two categories: false parasitism and true parasitism. False, we also know that false means that is not relevant at all. So it is often termed that as an accidental parasitism because it can allow the free form of parasites. They can survive with or without the host and can easily or randomly penetrate into the host. And the example of them are non-medical leeches. They can live with or without the host. Now let's come to the true parasitism. True parasitism, as we have known, true means something which is very relevant. Okay, so this kind of parasite exhibit a specific trait in the species, and this specific trait is basically divided by their phylogeny. According to phylogeny, they are divided to two categories: obligate and facultative. Obligate parasitism is something which is obligatory. The parasite can't say no to live with a host, or you can say, have you heard about the obliged person? The person who can never say yes or never, sorry, the person who can never say no. You can give him or her any kind of work, he will say yes. That's kind of a obligate parasite. That is obligatory kind of relationship between the host and the parasite. That is, the parasite is dependent on host only for survival. Okay, and they cannot lead a free life. While if we talk about the facultative life or facultative parasitism, these kind of hosts can live with or without the host. That is, they can live as a free form and can live as a parasite both. Now let's come to the third classification, that is localization. According to the localization, the parasites are divided into two categories: ectoparasite and endoparasite. Ecto means outside, so these are the parasites that live on the body surface, hair, etc. While endo means inside, so these are the parasites that live in the intestine, tissues, body organs, etc. So this was all about the question. I hope you understand it well, and if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section.